In this demonstration, we will see how to connect two virtual machines and create a virtual network. So in my previous videos, I have shown you how to install Ubuntu on VirtualBox and also Kali Linux on VirtualBox. And these two operating systems are running on my host machine. So I have Ubuntu installed. I also have Kali Linux installed. And these two virtual machines can connect to the internet. If I go to the browser on Ubuntu and click on google.com. So this connects to the internet. Likewise, Kali Linux, I can go to my browser, I can connect to google.com. So both of these guest operating systems running on my host machine can connect to google.com. They're using this NAT engine, network address translator, to actually use the host system to connect to the internet. Whereas these two virtual machines cannot communicate with each other. So these two machines are running in their own isolated networks and they cannot communicate with each other. So there is no communication between Ubuntu virtual machine and Kali Linux virtual machine running on my virtual box. So you can go and very well even take a look at that. I'm running Apache 2 in both these servers. I have an Apache 2 web server here and an Apache 2 web server here. If I go and take a look at the IP address of this machine, you can see the IP address is 10.0.2.4, and if I try and type the same IP here, I'm not able to invoke the Apache Debian Apache 2 servers web page here because this is not connected to this machine. Likewise, if I go and check here the IP address of this machine, the IP address is 10.0.2.15, and I have an Apache 2 web server running here. So if I go and give the IP address of that machine here, I should be able to see the Apache 2 Debian web page. But since these two machines are not connected, I'll not be able to actually connect to this machine and look at the server's web page. So how can we connect these two machines? How can we create this virtual network? For that, the very first step is we need to go to Oracle VM VirtualBox Manager, go to File, Preferences, and then go to Network. Here you create a new NAT network. So click on Add, and you can go and edit NAT network here. You can see the properties here. Just click on OK. So we have created a new NAT network. So that is the first step. The next step is we have to connect these two machines to that new network we have created. So you go to Ubuntu, go to Machine, Settings, and then go to Network. Here, go and select NAT network, and you'll be getting that NAT network you have created. Just click on OK. Okay, we have connected Ubuntu to our new network that we have created, and go to Kali Linux, go to Machine, Settings, and then go to Network, and go and select NAT network, and you'll be getting the new network that you have created. So click on OK. So we have mapped these two virtual machines to that NAT network we have created. We'll reboot both these machines. So both the machines have rebooted. So we have Ubuntu here and we have Kali Linux here. Let's again check the IP address. So the IP address of this machine is 10.0.2.4, I'm running a web application using Apache 2 here. Let me go to the browser and let me give the IP address of this machine here 10.0.2.4, and you can see this is the web application that's running on the Apache web server on Ubuntu. And since we have connected both these virtual machines on a virtual network, let's go to Kali Linux. Let's see whether we are able to access this application here. Okay, now let me go to Firefox and let me give this IP address of this machine on Kali Linux. So it's 10.0.2.4, and you see we are able to access the application which is currently running on this machine using Apache 2 web server. So we have connected these two networks. We can also go and check the IP address of Kali Linux, and the IP address is 10.0.2.15. I have an Apache 2 web server running here. Let me go and give this IP address of Kali Linux in Ubuntu. Let me check whether we are able to access the server. Yeah, access the Apache 2 DB default web page. So these two machines are connected on the network. That's how we create a virtual network of virtual machines running on VirtualBox.